What's up, Clarion crew? It's your boy Spear back at you once again. Was not even planning on dropping a video today, but there's too much insanity going on out there to not address it, and not enough people being honest about what's going on. I see a lot of culting, I see a lot of hardcore coping, and hopium being served up and smoked around the MAGA table, but we're not doing that around here. We're going to cut through the BS and we are going to get right to the heart of the matter. First things first, give us a thumbs up, share us out. We are a brand new YouTube channel doing our best to break through those evil algos and make our way through the YouTube stratosphere, and the only way that could happen is with your help and support out there. So do your boy a solid, thumbs up, share us out, and let's get right to it. Let's address the biggest elephant in the room first. That being that Donald Trump is not on our side. He is bought and sold and paid for and has completely sold out the American populace and those that supported him the most. This is nothing new to those that have been listening to me for a while. I've been saying such for a very long time. However, it has now become absolutely undeniable. There is no way that you could say that you support America, that you are America first, and still stand by this traitorous piece of garbage that each and every day seems to go out of his way to slap the American people in the face. I am no hater. I am no never Trumper. I am no never MAGA glued to the wool Democrat. That's not a thing. That's never been a thing. I was one of his most ardent supporters at one time. I wrote songs praising the man and what he was doing for the country. So before you come at me with your garbage and your low IQ bullshit about, oh, Sabir must be a Democrat. No, you just must be hard of hearing and have absolutely no idea what's going on around you. Have a set of eyes that operates and functions and can see what is right in front of your face without doing mental gymnastics that are necessary and required to make it make sense. We're not doing that here. We're going to be honest with the people. That's my job. That's what I'm here for. That's what this channel is about. And that's what we're going to get down to. First things first, before we even get to what an idiot Trump is and how badly he has sold America out, we're going to do a little bit of Sabir was right yet again. Mr. Ahead of the Curve, just doing the ahead of the curve thing as I usually do. So let's address it. As you guys can see, I've got an article pulled up and I've also got my Twitter pulled up. If you guys are not following me over there, you're doing it wrong. At the one Sabir over on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, shitter. It's a cesspool, but it's necessary, and we need to be out there fighting the good fight. So give your boy a follow. That is where I post. I am perhaps the most shadow banned account on the platform. Quite literally, over 30,000 followers. 3 people, 4 people maybe see my post. So let's change that. Again, let's break through the echo chamber. I can do that with your guys' help. So let's make that happen. As you can see on screen, UK Health Secretary announces a targeted meningitis vaccination program for students at the University of Kent after the recent outbreak, with the program potentially expanding, you don't say, further once a review of vaccine eligibility is completed. As you can see over here, they couldn't pull a COVID-26, so I guess their next play is a massive meningitis outbreak, for fuck's sake. This was March 16th, a day ahead of the curve. Day and a half, because this is just coming out now on the 17th. They will absolutely be pushing for this. Make no mistake, they can't do a COVID thing again. People saw through the PSYOP, it didn't work. Well, it worked at the time, but it won't work again. People have already bought into that. They will not be buying into it again. So therefore, they are going to have to make separate plans to continue to pull their bullshit. So here we are, meningitis. Look out for that, guys. Going to get right down to what an idiot Donald Trump is and how compromised he is and how bought and sold he is. First things first, just in. Trump's director of national counterterrorism, Joe Kent, resigns. Quote, I cannot in good conscience support the ongoing war in Iran. Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation, and it is clear that we started this war due to pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby. That being APAC, obviously, we know that they are the ones that call the shots. They are the ones that are in control, and they are the reason, exactly as Joe Kent said, that we are at war in Iran. I really wish I would have had this channel up and running at the time, because your boy was ahead of the curve on every single one of these things that we see happening right now. The best part was I was blasted, absolutely lambasted by the cult for saying I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm being a black pill doomer, a shill. Oh, the irony of these people having the balls, gall and audacity to call anybody a shill while still pushing for the garbage that this guy is trying to cram down our throats. You've got to be kidding me. The irony is so thick, you need a chainsaw to make your way through it. It is projection of just the most disgusting caliber. And these people have zero problem doubling down, tripling down, just going all in for this guy, no matter what. Doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter what the policy is, doesn't matter what he says. It will never, ever stop, ever. Because every time that he makes a mistake, misspeaks, lets the mask down, and actually shows you what's going on, they just call it 5D chess. They say, you don't understand what's going on. You're not in a position of power. You don't know what he knows. You're not in the room with this man and his administration. So, how can you possibly speak on it while these same people speak on it and tell you that you just don't understand the plan, bro? Trust me, bro. 5D chess. Utopia cometh. It's a clown show. Anybody that still sides with this is doing it for one of two reasons. You're a coward with no balls that cannot actually admit what is happening right in front of your face, so you have to do mental gymnastics to try to make it make sense in your warped little mind, or you're profiting off of it greatly. And you can't give up the ghost because if you do, you know the cult following that you have built over the years will just hop over to another channel to hear the garbage they want to hear. Not the truth, just whatever confirms their bias. That's all you people are at this point. Snake oil salesmen. Some of y'all might have been doing it for the right reason from the beginning. You might have really supported Trump. You really may have loved America. You may have even wanted to see it become great again. Now, if you support this man and you support anything that he has been doing since the second that he got into office, you're not on that side of history anymore. What you support has nothing to do with supporting America. It has nothing to do with making it great again. And it damn sure has nothing to do with the combination of the two. So, how you could call yourself MAGA is a complete oxymoron. It is absolutely insane. Just be honest. Say what you are. You're a cult. You're Donald Trump cult. You're his defense team. You're his legal team. It's a team of people that come together and they swarm together and they band together. And behind the scenes, they come up with narratives to try to make all of this look better than it actually is. Now, ask yourself, why would they do that? These things are obviously anti American. These things are obviously not in our best interest. These things are obviously not what anyone voted for. So then why would they be defending it? And why would they be coming up with the excuses that they come up with constantly to try to make it make sense? Why the constant goalpost shifting? Why? If you truly love America and you really want to see things happen that are in its best interest, then why support any of this when you know damn well that you're defending the indefensible? It's ridiculous. It's pathetic and it's disgusting. And these people are going to be called out. I don't know if you guys could feel the temperature rising out there. MAGA is turning into a tiny little island of content creators and cult members that can't break through it, that can't give up the ghost. For people that followed Q back in the day, there was a proverbial 4 to 6% of people that can't be reached, that can never be reached. And no matter what you do to wake them up, no matter what you show them, no matter what you put in their face, they will never come to terms with reality. That's MAGA. That's what's left of MAGA. There you go. You guys happy with that? Are y'all happy with being the 5% on average of one of 20 Americans, one of 20 Europeans, one of 20 anybody that just can't give up the ghost, that just can't come to terms with reality, that just can't admit that they're wrong and maybe join the right side of history and try to fix the damn country that this man and his administration is actively destroying with the help of Netanyahu? Really? You can't do that? Well, then shit, you have no business calling yourself MAGA anything. You're not making America great. You're making Trump great. You're keeping him spotless. That has nothing to do with patriotism. That has to do with being a cuck and you have daddy issues or something. I don't know. Is Trump your daddy? You guys never had like strong male role model like in your life ever? This guy is it. All right, have fun with that, I guess. I don't know, man. It's pretty wild shit to me. Let's just get right to it. Like I said, we're going to address the elephant in the room. That elephant being the fact that this man now has turned like a snake on every one of his biggest supporters, people that put him into the position of power that he is back in. He has turned on us like a snake from the beginning. Oh, what, the Epstein thing? What, you guys still care about this guy? He's still a thing. It's so boring. Epstein is so boring. If that wasn't the red flag for you right there, I don't know what else you needed. But there has been just a litany of bullshit that's even worse since then. So if that wasn't your initial red pill to what the hell is going on here and asking yourself, what the hell happened to this guy? Who is this? This ain't our guy. Who is that? That's the guy we gave the mandate to bring down the deep state and get rid of all the illegals and deport them all and send them back where they came from and stop rotting our country out. If that wasn't a red pill for you, oh, it got way worse from there. It got way worse. It has become completely and utterly indefensible at this point to try to put up any kind of defense for this guy. I don't know how anybody can do that with a clear conscience and say that they love America and that they are America first. You don't love America. You're not America first for damn sure. You're America. Who cares? Who gives a shit? You are make Israel great again, which is fine. But the problem is that y'all are saying you're American. That has nothing to do with being American. If that's how you feel, go to Israel and go rep for them hard, hard. The same energy that you rep for them here. Just go there and do it. We don't need that here. That's not a thing. We have Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro. We have enough people with their Israeli pom-poms out. We don't need people masquerading as patriots doing the same thing. It's gross and it's disgusting and it's hyper cringe, dude. It needs to stop. It's ridiculous. So let's listen to this garbage. Let's preface the video first. Trump says it's a good thing that Joe Kent resigned over the Iran war when somebody is working with us that says they didn't think Iran was a threat. We don't want those people. He's getting very good at just saying, you don't like what I'm doing? I don't need you. Screw you. I hate you. I hate you. You're not a part of my cult. Go away. He's getting very good at that. He did it with all of us. I don't need your support. Doesn't matter. I don't want it. You never were a real supporter. If you don't support every single thing that I do at every time and every minute and every hour of every day, then you were never a real supporter from the beginning. I hate you. Go away. Bye. You're a fucking baby, dude. You're literally a child. You're a toddler with like too many toys, dog. Those shits need to be taken away, man. This shit's gotten to your head, bro.
Support your conflict with Iran. What's your reaction to that? And did you?
Well, I read his statement. I always thought he was a nice guy, but I always thought he was weak on security, very weak on security. I didn't know him well, but I thought he seemed like a pretty nice guy. But when I read his statement, I realized that it's a good thing that he's out because he said that Iran was not a threat. Iran was a threat. Every country realized what a threat Iran was. The question is whether or not they wanted to do something about it. And many people, many of the greatest military scholars are saying for years that President...
What threat did Iran pose? I mean, according to this same guy, their entire nuclear program was completely and utterly obliterated during the 12-day war. So what are we actually talking about here? Anyone? Anyone? Can you square that circle? Can someone do it for me in the comments? Because I don't know. I don't get that. Neither does anybody that's calling this shit out because it makes absolutely no sense. We know exactly why we're there. We know exactly why this is happening. This has nothing to do with American benefit. This has to do with the Greater Philadelphia Project. Without Iran being taken over, and Philadelphia can't do that on their own, they need Big Bro to come in and help the crybaby that goes around poking everyone with the stick. And then when there's retaliation, it's like, he hit me. And that's where America comes in. Isn't that great that that's what we've been reduced to? We're the big brother that has to get the shitbag little brother that goes around throwing rocks and hitting people with sticks and then crying about how they're being bullied by these people. And then we come in and help these people. Bro, are you serious? It's so nauseating. If that shit doesn't turn your stomach, nothing will. Nothing will. You're part of the cult. If that doesn't make you sick to your stomach, that the same people that do that run around with American flags calling themselves patriots, you're completely checked out. You have no idea what the hell is going on around you.
The president should have taken out Iran because they wanted a nuclear weapon. We didn't do the attack. Or if I'll go a step further, if I didn't terminate the Iran nuclear deal given to us, one of the worst deals ever made by Barack Hussein Obama. Remember when they sent Boeing 757s over there, loaded with cash, hundreds of millions of dollars? You would have been very happy. This was a wonderful. They sent hundreds of millions. People forget that. Does anybody remember? Right? You remember. Hundreds of millions of dollars in a Boeing 757. I think there are two of them loaded. They took the seats out and they put cash. And it was so much that there wasn't a bank in Virginia, Maryland, or D.C. that had any money left. They stripped them of all their money, put it into place, sent it to Iran, almost as ransom. That's not going to happen with Trump. And nobody ever did anything about it. Nobody ever said anything. Can you imagine if I did that? So they've been a threat for a long time. But they've really been a threat. If I didn't terminate Obama's horrible deal that he made, the Iran nuclear deal, you would have had a nuclear war 4 years ago. You would have had nuclear holocaust. And you would have had it again if we didn't bomb the site. So when somebody is working with us that says they didn't think Iran was a threat, we don't want those people because
Iran's not a threat to us. Never has been a threat to us. You want to talk about sleeper cells and stuff like that? Okay, that's fine. We can have that conversation. You want to talk about how many of those sleeper cells are actually Iranians? Or maybe they're Philadelphians that are coordinating these attacks? Who knows? Just asking questions. It's not like that's never happened before. It's not like these people are not the kings of false flagging. It's not like it's not their bread and butter. So you want to talk about that and you want to make that point? That's fine. We can do that. But to make the point that they have some kind of nuclear capability that's capable of reaching us when they don't even have ICBMs is a wild statement to make. Keep your eyes on California, guys. They're already astroturfing and seed planting the idea that Iran's going to hit them with drone strikes. Be careful. Be careful. If you're out there in the Cali area, be careful. Also, I'm trying to remember the name of the building. Was it the U.S. Bank building? We'll save that for another show. Just look it up. Do a little bit of history. You'll see that it's kind of odd that he just happened to buy that building in the midst of all the discussion of California being hit with an attack by Iran. Just saying.
And there are some people, I guess, that would say that, but they're not smart people or they're not savvy people. Iran was a tremendous threat. And virtually every NATO nation, and this is the thing.
They're not smart or savvy people. Trump's on an island. Nobody backs him up. Nobody sides with him on this shit at all. I don't care if you want to talk about like at a scholar level. None of them back this up. I don't care if you want to talk about other world leaders. They're all like, nah, dog, we're good. But listen, we need your help. I started this fight for Israel, and now I'm kind of on an island. I'm kind of out here with my ass out. Need a little bit of help, guys. Oh, yeah, get fucked. You shouldn't have done that. We're not backing you on that. That's ridiculous. You're insane. You and Israel can have each other. We don't want anything to do with that. You know, smart leaders.
If they told me it wasn't a threat, and therefore they don't want to help, but when they say it was a threat, and it was a major threat, every one of them, I think every one of them, I don't know if one that said they're not a threat, but when they say it was a threat, but we're not going to help, I think they're very foolish. It's interesting because I could say this, that happening in Ukraine, we're probably in there for $400 billion. We don't spend any money anymore. They buy it from us and they pay full price. But
they buy it from us with money we sent them. Isn't that cute? Isn't that adorable how he just framed that? Yeah, Ukraine's just buying up all our weapons. It's great. Let's not even talk about the fact that we don't even have any of our good shit because we sold it all to other countries. Let's not even talk about that. That's a totally different topic altogether. But it's the same thing as saying, listen, Israel's buying up all of our stuff. listen, there's a lot of money that's being spent on the military with buying up American munitions. You know, it's money we send them every year. It's cute.
Biden gave them between 350 and 400 billion dollars of equipment in cash.
How much have we given Israel, Trump? How much? You want to drop that number? Didn't think so.
Someday they'll have to find out about the cash. And you could say that wasn't a threat, you know. So we helped them, and they didn't help us. And I think that's a very bad thing for NATO.
The foolishness continues. Now, Trump, Iran is just a military operation to me. Severe strikes again. Another quarter in the severe was right jar. Anybody that caught my last video, or maybe it was even the one before that, said, what are you going to say, Trump? This is just a military operation. It's just an in and out. We're just going to hit them and bounce. Is that the garbage you're going to come up with when it's already been said that we're going to be there till minimum September? Just a military operation. That's all it is. Listen, it's a military operation.
There's nothing they can do about it. Iran is something that was essentially largely over in 2 or 3 days because the Navy was wiped out almost immediately. The Air Force came next.
Remind you of anyone when they said mission accomplished, standing on the aircraft carrier with their stupid little costume that they were wearing? Like they were part of the military? I'm waiting to see Trump do some wild shit like that. I'm waiting for his mission accomplished banner behind him as we're stuck in a quagmire for another 20 years.
The anti-aircraft came next. I mean, flying over Iran, we could take out their electric capacity in 1 hour. We have all the, there's nothing they can do.
Yeah, it's almost as easy as demolishing an entire school full of little girls and then double tapping it when all their parents come to see what the hell happened to their children. Nice. Nice. We voted for this. Clowns. Clowns.
Right now, because everything is knocked out. They have no, again, no radar, no anti-aircraft. They have nothing. And we don't, it was a decision I made. We discussed it. Pete, Marco, JD, all of us, Chris, we discussed it. We can knock out their electricity in a matter of minutes if we wanted to. There's nothing to do about it. We can knock out their oil in Cargill, and the only thing we didn't take down was their oil, because if we knock out, I call them the pipes, very complex. But if you do that, it'll take them forever to rebuild, meaning whoever, and it's a sane group of people, but whoever it is that's going to be running that, and we're going to try to get people that are going to run it well, and you know, it's going to be a prosperous, wonderful place. It used to be, you know, back, it used to be a very, the people are great, the people are smart and energetic, and it used to be very successful. Now it's a country run by fear. It's a country where they tell protesters, don't go outside, because if you do, we're going to kill you.
It's absolutely foolishness. More and more every single day. You just can't get away from it. How ridiculous all of this is. All right, let's cover another golden quote from Donald Trump. I had an obligation to do this. I didn't want to. I call it an excursion. I didn't want to make this journey. I had an obligation to do this. Huh? To the American people? Oh, of course not. Who is the obligation to? Trump? It couldn't possibly be what every one of your predecessors absolutely refused to sign on to do. Could it? Couldn't possibly be Philadelphia for the Greater Philadelphia Project, could it? Nah. I'm sure it's just one of those pesky little coincidences.
Can we wrap this war up this week?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Will we?
I don't think so, but it'll be soon. Won't be long. And we're going to have a much safer world.
That's a lot of energy, right? Wasn't it this guy that used to call everyone low energy? That's the most low energy shit I think I've ever heard in my entire life. He sounds like he's dying.
This war up this week.
Yeah, sure. I don't think so, but it'll be soon. Won't be long. And we're going to have a much safer world when it's wrapped up. It'll be wrapped up soon. We're going to have a much safer world.
We're going to revisit all of this because we have not been wrong about any of this, and we will be vindicated once again. I promise you guys. There is absolutely zero way that we get out of there in any kind of short time frame. History should be a lesson to those out there of it repeating itself constantly every single time that we get involved in one of these conflicts. That is not how it shapes up. That's always how it's framed. That's always how it's packaged. And that's always how it's sold. We didn't even have it sold to us this time. He said, too bad you're getting it, whether you like it or not. 80% of America doesn't want it. Too bad you're getting it. 80% of America wants to say back, whoa, we must have it. Very odd how they figure out who gets what they want and who doesn't. It's very odd how 80% of America says they don't want something, but Miriam Adelson says she does, so we all have to deal with the repercussions of that. You see how that works? Or is it starting to become a little clear to any of the cult members that are left out there of what's actually happening here and not what you want to see, what's actually happening right in front of your faces that is now undeniable, and you have to be an insane person to actually side with any of this and continue to try to defend it? It's the most foolish shit anybody's ever seen, and we laugh at you clowns. You're a clown show. We laugh at the stupidity, the low IQ retardation that it requires to continue to stand by any of this.
I had an obligation to do this. I didn't want to, I call it an excursion. I didn't want to make this journey. We had the highest stock market in history. We had low gas prices. Everything was good. And I know exactly, I know
What are you guys paying out there? I'm paying $4 a gallon in Florida. Before this dumb fuck did all this shit, it was $2.69. So that's good. Nice little 50% increase on gas. Because why not?
you're going to do it, and people are going to raise the price of oil, and that's good. But I know that. But that's a very small thing compared to allowing them to have. You want to see a stock market go down? Start letting them hit you with nukes, okay?
Oh God, the fear mongering, the gaslighting it's so ridiculous. His own administration, Tulsi Gabbard, came out and said that's not a thing. It's not a thing, and it needs to stop being said. And guess who you never see anymore? Where's Tulsi at? It's like a game of Where's Waldo with anybody that was ever honest at all about anything in this administration. Unless you toe the line completely and tell every lie that you're told to tell, you are persona non grata to these people.
I think, I said it this morning, I think it's a very small price to pay.
Hit him with the line that we have been hearing constantly on a loop. Short-term pain for long-term gain. Short-term pain for long-term gain. Short-term pain for long-term gain. There you go, cult members. You heard it 3 times. And if you repeated it all 3, you are now locked into the mentality that it takes to be a cult member of MAGA. Congratulations. Round of applause. You are now one of the dumbest, most low IQ people amongst us. Well played. Here's another goodie from the golden god of the MAGA cult. Now, Trump claims he spoke with another U.S. president about going to war with Iran. According to Trump, that president said, quote, I wish I did it, regretting that they had not struck Iran before him. Anybody care to make an educated guess as to who that president was? Let me know in the comments. Who do you think he's talking about here, guys?
I just want to ask you about something very interesting that you said twice today. That you talked to another former president about the Iran strikes. Was it George W. Bush?
No,
Was it Bill Clinton?
I don't want to say.
Was it Bush? Automatically, no. Was it Bill Clinton? I don't want to say. What a fucking clown. Oh my God. What a clown, dude.
I don't want to say. Because a member of a party, they have Trump derangement syndrome, all, but it's somebody that happens to like me, and I like that person who's a smart person. But that person said,
He happens to like me and I happen to like him. I'm pretty sure that's a quote about Bill Clinton. I'm pretty sure it is. You know, the guy who just, listen, I don't want to say who it was. It's embarrassing for me to say who that was. I don't want everyone to know that we're besties. Been besties a long time. Long time. Good people, those Clintons. Good, solid patriots. Those are good Americans.
I wish I did it.
This guy.
Okay.
This guy, holy shit.
Okay, but I don't want to get into who. I don't want to get him into trouble. Maybe, hey, you know what? Yeah, I think you probably know. You know, maybe he'd be proud. And I could even ask him that. Would you like me to reveal your name to Peter at Fox? Well, at least you have high ratings. Your ratings are through the roof, Peter.
Yes, thank you for noticing.
Congratulations.
Can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
If
Absolute ridiculousness. And as you guys can see, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but you can see the sentiment of what these posts are doing, like what people feel about what's being posted. The majority of anything having to do with this garbage is like puke emojis, clown emojis. People are just sick of it. They see this shit for what it is. They're not stupid, man.
That Iran does want to make a deal. Now, into the third week of this bombing campaign, what would that deal look like? What are the ask that you're making of the
They want
government?
to make a deal. They're talking to our people. I don't know if they say that to you. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Don't forget, they are a country that for years, I didn't know this until recently, they're a country based on disinformation. And now they're using disinformation.
Speaking of defending the indefensible, and the MAGA cult will absolutely side with him on this as well, that Pam Bondi is just doing a bang-up job. Couldn't have a more solid person in the position if you actually tried. Okay. And here we have even more ridiculous bullshit, as he likes to say. This is ridiculous bullshit. That no doubt, make no mistake, the MAGA cult will eat the slop and regurgitate it into the mouths of those that listen to them each and every day. Those good old, honest, genuine, patriotic MAGA influencers. Yeah. And here we have even more ridiculous bullshit coming from the mouth of a bumbling idiot that hates America. Obviously, because he's saying that Pam Bondi is doing a bang-up job, and make no mistake, once he puts that message out there, the MAGA cult, especially their cult leaders, the influencers in their movement, will eat this slop and regurgitate it into the mouths of the pathetic cucks that listen to them every single day. Because why not? They've eaten all the other slop. Why not eat this as well? We all know what an amazing job Pam Bondi's been doing. We could all agree what a fantastic, amazing job that Pam Bondi did, especially in the cover-up of the files. I think that we can all come together as a country and say, you know what? Let's put all of our petty differences to the side. Let's actually just come together on something. And that something should be that we all think that Pam Bondi's done an absolutely amazing job. I mean, that part where she said that Massey has TDS and that, the Dow, what about the Dow? The Dow's over $50,000. I'll have you know. Yeah, round of applause. That shit is, dude. If that doesn't get you a thumbs up from Trump, what else could? Yeah. So, how can anybody hear anything but this in the background when this man's talking?
Anyway, I learned from him. So I want to thank also Attorney General Pam Bondi, who's been fantastic. Is Pam here somewhere? Oh, hello, Pam. Good. She's been great. And
she's been great. She's been great. What does that mean to you when you hear him say she's been great? At what? Making him look good, keeping him free of criticism, diverting all attention away from those files and anything else. Anything else. It got so ugly that they had to go and start a war with Iran to get away from it. So that's good. Pam Bondi's doing an amazing job. That'll do it for me. Like I said, I was not even planning on doing a video today about any of this kind of stuff, but it has gotten to be so ridiculous. And people need to start addressing this stuff. I can't be the only one on an island. The good part is there are a lot more people just like me that are joining the fold every single day. I'm seeing it happen organically. The movement is growing. People are tired of trying to defend the indefensible. People are tired of being asked to be in a cult. Honestly, I'm just going to say it as directly as I possibly can. If you still side with this, if you're not even questioning it, and you just go along wholeheartedly with everything that you're seeing happen, the covering up of the files, I should say, zero justice, zero accountability brought to any of the people that we know have committed the most horrifying acts imaginable. I'm not even talking about getting into what's in the files and those people receiving justice. That will never happen. These are all best friends of each other that will never, ever face any consequences for any of the things that they've ever done. I'm talking about the things that we know that are absolutely provable, that they've got it open and shut. I can make the case for these people going down myself. There's no way that anybody with a straight face could say that their DOJ isn't capable of bringing these people down. They are. They're actively shielding them and making sure that they stay free from prosecution. They will never see the light of day. Go ahead, MAGA, cheerlead that. I don't. I'm not doing that. You're not going to ask me to do that. You're not going to expect me to do that. You can get salty. You could get bitter. You could say whatever you want to say. I don't care. Sabir is that. Sabir is this. You know what Sabir is? Honest. Sabir is a truth teller. Sabir is able to call balls and strikes objectively without being clouded and completely mind fucked and brainwashed into defending things that are completely indefensible and sitting there and saying that I voted for things that I obviously didn't, that nobody did, that was on nobody's bingo card. So you can gaslight the people that are stupid enough to buy into the crap that you're shoveling down their throat, but don't ask anybody that's thinking logically, that has the entire time, that's always been on top of it and always been over the target and always been right about these things, to dumb themselves down so that they could wear their stupid little MAGA hat with you, as you people all end up on one tiny little island that's completely disconnected from reality. That's fine. You guys can have that island. The rest of us operating in reality are going to try to figure out what we do now, because we've obviously been sold out by the one person that people thought that there might actually be a chance in getting some kind of justice, in some kind of role reversal, in some kind of win in this battle of good versus evil. This is not Republican, Democrat. This is not black and white. This is very simple. Good and evil. These people are aiding and abetting evil instead of siding with good to help topple it. And that's all you need to know. And if you want to stand there and defend that and go to war and have that be the hill that you die on, by all means, just don't expect me to be a part of that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say that anyone out there should be doing that. And I am going to absolutely call the people out directly that are going to continue from this point moving forward to mislead people and have them walk right off the cliff with them. Absolutely not. Not on my watch. It's un-American. It's unpatriotic. It's absolutely indefensible and it's unacceptable. And we're not going to do that. I'm not doing that. Anybody that's free thinking right now and is thinking logically is not going to do that. And the movement is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger, which I am very glad to see. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give us a thumbs up. If you have not at the beginning, give us one on the way out. Share us out. Please share the links out. Let everyone out there know there are people out here being honest, telling the truth, not afraid to speak to power, not afraid to call out cult members that are still defending the indefensible. We are not going to be doing that on this side of things. We are only going to be honest. We're going to be transparent. And if people are out there doing good things, we're going to praise them. If people are out there doing shitty things, we're going to call them out. And that's just the way it is. Ally to the truth, enemy of the cult, your boy Sabir, representing the Clarion channel. Thank you guys once again. Stay blessed. And as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Love you guys.